All right, hey guys, Coach Alex here for Athletics Fitness. I wanted to follow up our last blog piece on lifting weights and fat loss. In that piece, if you haven't seen it, go ahead and take a look because there's going to be some things that we talk about in this post today that are going to touch on some of what we wrote about in the post. The big primary driving point that we have is that exercise should not be viewed as a way to lose weight or as a means of inducing fat loss, at least not in and of itself. Okay? What we showed in that post was a study done by Harvard Medical School that basically showed that there wasn't a whole lot of incremental or marginal difference between what type of exercise you choose to accompany a diet or a weight loss plan. Okay? So we showed that regardless of whether you're rowing, walking, lifting weights, what have you, there's not a huge difference in caloric burn in the session itself to be a major factor in weight loss over the long term. Okay, and if you have questions about that, or if you're not quite believing that, go back to that article that we wrote to kind of get some understanding of that, and then come back to this video so we can talk about what we're going to talk about today, which is how should we view exercise or training. So like we said, exercise should not be viewed simply as a means to lose weight, because in and of itself, it's not that great of a way to lose weight. Right? That should be more or less controlled by diet and lifestyle. Okay? What I want to talk about today are 3 points. The first thing is that when you're looking to find an exercise program or a training regimen that works for you, there's 3 things that we want to talk about. The first is improving performance. All right? So taking fat loss out of the equation, what exercise regimen is going to improve our overall body function? Okay? Performance to some people might be improved performance in a sport or an athletic endeavor. It might simply be being able to do things that you weren't able to do prior to starting your exercise regimen. Okay? But overall, we need to have some incorporation of performance as a metric or a driving factor behind what we do in or outside of the gym. Okay? Regardless of what that exercise regimen looks like for you, improved performance needs to be there. Okay? Number 2, improved body composition. So now this goes hand in hand with fat loss, and I know I just said that fat loss isn't a reason that we should do a particular exercise program, but I'm going to touch on something a little bit different here. So by improving body composition, we're talking about decreasing our fat, overall percentage of fat, or our body fat percentage. All right? There are 2 ways that we do that. The first method is to lose fat, okay, and have a higher percentage of lean body mass in proportion to your overall weight. And the second method is to improve your lean body mass. In other words, put on more muscle mass. Okay? So most of us want to look better. All right? That's an obvious reason to be exercising. So whatever you're doing needs to improve your muscle mass if you want to make that happen. Okay? Or it should improve your muscle mass if you want that to happen faster. Okay? So what's the best way to do that? Lifting weights, tried and true way to improve your overall muscle mass. Okay, so that should be something that we incorporate into our exercise program. Okay. Number 3 is it should be fun. It should be stress relieving. This might be the most important aspect of your exercise regimen. If you are not having fun, if it's not relieving stress for you on the periodic basis with which you're doing it, whether that's a couple times a week or every day, then it's not worth doing. You're not going to stick with it. You're not going to enjoy it. It's not going to be something that you're going to be able to sustain over the long term. So you need to have all 3 of these values in place for it to be an effective exercise regimen for you that you're going to stick to. Okay? At Athletics, we try and drive these ideas into the heads of our members to help them understand that they shouldn't be coming in and viewing their training sessions as in a silo in terms of looking at that session saying, oh, I got a lot of work done today, just think of how many calories I burned. Instead, what we try and help them view their training sessions as are building blocks that are helping them get to the goals that they want to achieve, whether that's performance related or aesthetic related. Performance related being certain, in this circumstance, certain lifts that they want to hit, or certain times that they want to get in certain exercises or certain workouts that we do. Or aesthetic being just, we want to have a trimmer waist, or we want to have a larger arms, whatever it ends up being. There's no bad goals around here when it comes to performance and aesthetics. We try and help everybody achieve their goals regardless of what they are. Okay? So again, just hopefully that gives you something to chew on when you're thinking about your exercise regimen and something that's actually valuable to you. Make sure that it's incorporating these 3 things if you want to be able to sustain it over the long haul and really get some enjoyment out of it for your life. Right? If you have any other questions, please follow up with us. You can email us or reach out to us on any of the social media that we're on, Facebook or Instagram. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you tuning in.